Hey, Ariane Celeste here for mmarated.com. I'm here with my stalker, Ariel Hawani, one of the most beautiful people in the world.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Mr. Dan Henderson, the one and only. So, let's talk about your last fight. It was a tough loss against Anderson Silva. What have you been up to since then?
Just been training my guys and traveling around and doing some seminars and teaching stuff and signing some autographs. That's about it. Just waiting to figure out who I'm fighting next. It's probably one of your next questions, huh?
Yeah, we want to know.
Yes, inquiring minds would like to know, when are you fighting next, Dan?
I would love to fight probably towards the end of the summer, but we're trying to figure out what opponent makes sense, and I'm open to fight almost anybody. So, I just want to get somebody that'll get me back into that title contention and another shot at Anderson Silva probably. So I'd like to probably stay at that weight class for now, but I'm okay up at 205 as well. So.
Okay. There were some rumors on the internet about you going against Rich Franklin. Tell us a little bit about that.
There was probably a little bit of valid things to that rumor. I think when Chuck got hurt, they wanted me and Rich to fight in England and take that main event spot. And he had just got done fighting, so I don't know for whatever reason he wasn't able to take the fight.
Okay.
Was that fight supposed to be at light heavyweight or middleweight?
That would be middleweight.
Middleweight, right.
Yeah. So and I don't know if I was supposed to say any of that, so you guys might have the inside scoop on that. But that I have no idea for whatever reason. I think maybe he just got done fighting, so it was within a few days of that.
You mentioned that you are sort of content to be fighting at middleweight for now. At first, you were a little hesitant to go back to middleweight. Why are you now happy to be sticking at 185?
The basic reason I don't think I perform well against Anderson Silva, and I want to redeem myself for myself. I feel like I have much more potential than what I showed, and just didn't feel quite right that night. So wasn't satisfied at all. When I lost to Quentin Jackson at 205, I performed well. I felt well. So as far as that goes, I gave it everything I had. Could have maybe made some minor adjustments, tactically, but which would have made the difference. But just because my body didn't feel quite right that night, and I want to beat him up.
What's your contract situation like with the UFC right now?
I have 4 more fights on my contract, so I'll be here a while.
Well, then let me ask you, right now it seems to be a tough time for fighters in the UFC. You're on a short leash. A lot of guys are, Travis Lutter gets the boot after losing to Rich Franklin. I have to ask you lost 2 fights in a row now in the UFC. Is there any pressure, added pressure, that you really need to win this next bout?
Not as far as from their end, and they know that I'm here to stay, and I don't like to hop around. I was with Pride for 7 years, and I had all the pressures from myself, and I definitely need to beat somebody up and to get that win. And my last 3 fights have been title fights, and lost the last 2, so I got to make sure that I win this one for me.
Okay.
Is there one guy out there, sorry I'm taking so much of your time, I'm just a very nosy person, but is there one guy out there in the middleweight division that, obviously Anderson, but you're probably not going to get the shot at him right now. Is there one guy that you think would help propel you back into that title contention?
Yeah, I think possibly Rich Franklin would fit that bill pretty well. Or, Okami's done well. Who knows? It's just I think the best one that probably would be Rich Franklin. I think the fans would love to see that.
All right, final question before I let you go do your thing. You are one of the few guys who, while Anderson Silva has been in the UFC, has been able to win a round against him. That first round, arguably, you performed better than anyone else. Obviously, in the second round, things didn't go really as planned. How can you beat Anderson Silva? Right now, he seems to be one of the most dominant fighters in the world. What's the plan to beat a guy like Anderson Silva?
Pretty much do what I did to him that first round, but the whole fight.
Which is what?
Just take him down and pound the shit out of him.
Thank him
Alright.
for his time.
Thank you, Dan, and we're looking forward to seeing you in the octagon very soon. This is Ariane Celeste for MMA Rated with Dan Henderson and Ariel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.